Welcome to today's session of the Breath of Fire Circle Wednesdays. I am Breath Master Aaron Motley, your global community elder, bringing you the health and wellness locally to make sure that you have the tools necessary for your betterment and elevation of your divine spirit. We're talking about the breath of fire and how to use it in simple and day-to-day application for your health and your immune function during this time of concern for the respiratory aspects of the body system and immune function and what have you. So, breath of fire, once again, it brings heat into this region of the body, which helps to cook the food in the body. It helps with the digestive process. And it also allows you to do different types of energy work with the use of the rhythm and the pace of this particular breath. So, for those of you who do yoga or are interested in doing yoga, or basically just want to open up your joints and what have you, and don't even care about yoga, simple way to apply this technique to help open the joints, to help end stiffness, is to, as you do this breath at the same pace, you can do some bouncing and stretching of a given body part. So, or some type of movement. So like with the shoulders, for instance. Or this helps to open the shoulders and the upper back. Now, if you want to, say like you have an issue with sitting in this position, you can start by getting close to the position, and as you go down, exhale and inhale, coming back up. And as the joints get more open, you get warmed up, you can take a shorter movement as you get closer to your buttocks being on the heel or touching the heel of the foot. So you just come up and down. That way it's not a persistent strain on the muscles and the tendons that are involved in that movement of opening the knee joints, the ankle joints, and getting energy flowing throughout the legs. You can also, from a standing position, when you exhale down and you want to touch the floor, if you have an issue, say you can't get but so far, so this is as far as you can get. So to gently open the muscles in the back of the leg, you just bounce. That's going to bring heat in here, so it's going to warm up the area around the abdomen and the lower back. It's going to gently open the muscles and open the joints in the lower back. And this is a good application for dealing with sciatic issues, which have to do with the compressed disc in the sacral and lumbar region. And as you're doing this bounce, you want to extend the hands gently closer to the floor. Relax the body. What you're going to find is that as the time goes on, you're going to get closer and closer to the floor. So rather than doing the static thing of reaching down and stretching and stretching and stretching and causing strain in the body, you want to bring heat and you want to add movement
Gentle movement with a gradual stretching. And eventually you'll find yourself touching the floor with your fingertips. Then your knuckles. First and second knuckle. And if you find that it's not as progressing as you would like, you can take and turn your feet outward instead of having them straight. Turn the heels outward. That's going to cause the hip joints to, instead of being like this, it's going to cause them to go like this, which is going to give more openness. So when you're going, the hip joints are able to flex a bit more and open a bit more. That's going to allow you to get further down in the position and closer to the floor. Because it's also going to allow space for your belly to come down closer. And as you're exhaling, that contracting of the belly, remember we're doing this expressing the breath from the belly. That's going to allow the belly to come up and give more space for you to go down. So between the belly going in and the hips rotating outward, it's going to give you room to get closer and closer to the floor, to the point where you'll be able to get to that second knuckle or third knuckle on the fingers, and eventually the wrist. And the palms. This is a simple way of how you can dynamically use the breath of fire to open the joints in the body. Even if your arms are stiff, say like if you're one of those people who pump iron, and you can only, from pumping iron, doing that curl, all you can go is here, and you relax, your arms are like this. You've seen the guys who they're walking around, whenever they're standing still, their arms are like this, because they can't straighten their arms up. Their arms can't relax and go like this. So if you're one of those people, then you can just simply go, rather than trying to stretch and pull. I mean, you can do this, of course, with the hands and really flex the muscles. But another way to gently approach this is just when you extend the arms fully, let the weight of the hands pull the arm down, so it's going to open up the flexure in this joint and these ligaments and tendons that are keeping the muscles so tight. Of course, the muscles are going to be able to stretch a bit more. That's part of the process also, because the muscles are so tense, they've become truncated. You got these guys with these bulging biceps that no matter when you see them, the bicep is bulging. They haven't elongated the muscle, so that the muscle is constantly contracted, which means that their arm is constantly contracted. So you can remember, once you complete, do the full exhalation. No matter what your movement, you want to start with the tongue to the roof of the mouth, curl it back. You want to get that dynamic connection internally, create that circuit that's going to bring to you all kind of divine gifts, and allow for you to open up the trachea to get more oxygen in. You're going to curl the tongue back and inhale. Then you're going to go into your flow. whatever it looks like. And when you complete, you want to exhaust the final breath. Or if you're doing the sound that we've talked about, the ch, and just relax into whatever position that end position is, so you can allow your body to really just be in a calm state and relax and just be more expansive internally and throughout your entire body, so that you can really experience the benefits of optimal health and all of that wonderful stuff that comes with, high immune function and great physical ability. Now, I don't talk about a lot of this stuff that's going on, but I'm going to say this. I saw somewhere recently where they had an article that stated the extremely obvious to me, which is when you get stricken with whatever, they say they're talking about this particular issue, the respiratory issue that's prevalent right now, the pandemic, but I'm talking about in general, because this is a general rule for any quote-unquote BODY, anybody, any physical body that houses your spirit. If you maintain that with health and integrity, whatever issue comes along, your body can deal with it much better. They did a study. Can you believe that? All the millions of years that they just trying to study the body? Anyway, they did a study and they found that for people who were more physically active, had better respiratory function, more physically fit, that if they came down with the disease, they had a better recovery, they were more likely to recover, and had a better quality experience and a better recovery time when dealing with that particular issue. That stands without saying for any compromised issue with this physical vehicle, this body. So stay healthy, stay fit, keep your immune function high, do your breath work, do your exercise, be consistent so that your immunity can be consistent, so that your health can be consistent, so that your vibrancy, your integrity, your divinity will be consistent. I'm going to leave you all with one more thing. Let me say also that when it comes to my title, HHCHHC, I'm a certified holistic health consultant. So I want to give you a quick tidbit. These little things you see on my ear, these are, they call them ear seeds, but what they are little beads that are pressed on acupressure points. So on your ears, from a reflexology standpoint, on your hands and your feet, there are reflexology points that connect the energy to various body parts, because the nerves flow through the extremities. The ears are on the extremities on the outside of the head, the hands and the feet on the extreme ends of the body. So with that energy flow, you are able to bring energy into a given body part. So if I have an issue with my lungs, I would find the lung point on my ears and I would place one of these seeds on here. So this is one of the things I do for how I help folks when I'm doing a health consultation. So if you're interested in a health consultation, if you got an issue, any type of health issue, bring it to me. If I can help you, I will. For a small fee, of course. And I approach wellness from several different standpoints. All have to do with being in harmony with the body. I use acupressure, so that's reflexology. I use food. I use breath work. I use exercise. I use herbs. I mentioned food. Herbs are food as well. And so that can, and that herbs comes in. Supplements comes into play when you talk about herbs or what have you. Because one of my predominant strategies is supplement your food with food. In other words, if you have a vitamin or basically a mineral deficiency, there are foods, sea vegetables, that will put those minerals and those nutrients back. And there's nuanced aspects and ways you have to do that. So that's why, it may behoove you to contact myself or another health practitioner who can help you with that issue. So I'm here for you in case you have anything along that line. High blood pressure, diabetes, or you name it. It has to do with the body. I can give you some suggestions. Now, as far as in the general sense, when it comes to breath work, you can breathe into any body part. Because when you increase the oxygenation, blood is going to go to all your body. But when you focus on that body part and you focus movement on that body part, blood is going to come there more readily, which means that oxygen is going to flow there more readily. So when you're breathing and you're exercising a particular body part, even when you're talking about the uterus, the prostate, all of those body parts that have any type of musculature, when you're working those muscles, when you're focusing on those, you can mentally put your intention there. But if it's an actual body part that moves and actually has flexure and muscle or whatever, you can breathe and move that simultaneously and breathe into, or as they say, breathe with that body part. That will bring more oxygen-rich blood to that body part. And if you're not doing any extraneous exercises, then it's going to have an even greater abundance of oxygen to that particular body part that's going to be moving in isolation. So these are some of the things that I guide you with when you work with me as far as any type of consultation. I can do that for a group, individual, so on. My goal and my intention is to be here for you. Remember, I am the breath master. I am a holistic health consultant. I am a herbalist. I am a human being and doing on this planet. I don't care where you're from on the planet. You're from the planet. You're not from Mars. Your body is designed for this terra firma, which means you should be in harmony with how it works with the planet. So that's the way I deal with the human body. I bring you into harmony with your nature, with your vitality, with your existence on planet Earth. So that being said, contact me if you need to. www.breathmastera.com. Social media, you can direct message me. You got me here on Facebook and Instagram, so you already got that if you're already on here. Breathmaster Aaron Motley or at Breathmaster A. And of course, you can check my YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/Breathmaster Aaron Motley. I thank you for your time. It's been an honor and an indeed pleasure. I look forward to you being as healthy and as whole as you intend, and even beyond that, because my intention is for you to have supreme health. Sometimes we have compromise. We just want to get over one issue. I want you to have no impediments in your health. That's my goal for myself. That's my intention for you. So, until next time, Breathmaster Aaron Motley. Peace.